In this video, we're exposing the 8 UK lager brands hiding shocking secrets in every pint, from hormone-disrupting chemicals to cancer-linked additives banned across Europe. Stay until the end because we will reveal 3 brands that actually brew lager the right way. Let's uncover what's really in your glass. Starting at number 8, Carlsberg, probably the best lager in the world, but here is what their marketing does not tell you. Carlsberg uses adjunct grains, corn and rice, replacing traditional barley malt. It is purely cost-cutting on an industrial scale. Cheaper ingredients, higher profits, compromised quality in every pint you drink. The brewing process involves ultra-filtration, stripping away natural compounds and beneficial yeast. You are left with lifeless liquid engineered for shelf stability, not nutritional value or authentic flavor. Carlsberg contains propylene glycol alginate, a synthetic foam stabilizer from the same chemical family used in automotive antifreeze. Laboratory testing confirms its presence. Most drinkers have absolutely no idea they are consuming industrial chemicals with every sip. The beer includes caramel coloring, specifically Class 4 created through ammonia processing. Studies link this to 4-methylimidazole, a compound connected to cancer in laboratory research. California mandates warning labels. The UK is silent. Independent testing detected glyphosate herbicide residue from contaminated barley, the same chemical linked to non-Hodgkin lymphoma in court cases worldwide. Juries awarded billions to cancer victims after glyphosate exposure. Aluminium cans lined with BPA leach hormone disruptors into your lager. Studies connect BPA exposure to fertility problems, obesity, diabetes, and hormone-related cancers. The warmer the can sits, the more BPA seeps in. Now think again. This iconic green bottle hides something far worse. At number 7, Heineken, that iconic green bottle recognized worldwide, brewed in Manchester under license and marketed as a premium European lager. But premium branding does not guarantee premium ingredients. Heineken uses corn syrup during fermentation instead of traditional malted barley. Industrial sweeteners slash production costs while maintaining the illusion of Dutch quality. It is corporate cost-cutting disguised as heritage brewing. The beer contains propylene glycol as a stabilizer, a synthetic chemical that helps maintain consistency during global shipping. The same compound is used in some processed foods and in industrial applications, and it ends up in your pint. Heineken includes isinglass, fish bladder collagen for clarification. Drinkers with fish allergies or people following vegan diets may consume fish derivatives with every sip, completely unaware. There are 0 labeling requirements and 0 transparency. Laboratory testing in 2024 detected glyphosate herbicide contamination from pesticide-treated barley. Traces survive malting and brewing into the finished product. You are drinking herbicide residue linked to cancer in multiple peer-reviewed studies. The beer undergoes extreme filtration, eliminating natural antioxidants and beneficial compounds that whole hops provide. You are getting chemical bitterness without the nutritional benefits traditional brewing delivers. Those green bottles let light through. Light degrades quality and creates free radicals. That forces Heineken to add extra preservatives, including tetrasodium pyrophosphate, unnecessary synthetic compounds that compensate for packaging failures. BPA-lined aluminium cans leach hormone disruptors with every drink. Studies link BPA to reproductive problems, metabolic disorders, and increased cancer risk. Dutch heritage branding while delivering Manchester brewed industrial lager with corn syrup, fish derivatives, herbicide contamination, and hormone-disrupting packaging. They're throughout. International brands betray you, but Scotland's favourite, that cuts even deeper. At number 6, Tennent's Lager, Scotland's best-selling lager for generations. That iconic red tea plastered across every pub in Glasgow and beyond. But Scotland's favourite hides unsettling truths. Tennent's undergoes extreme filtration, stripping away everything that makes beer beneficial. Natural yeast compounds, antioxidants, vitamins, all eliminated. You are left with sterile liquid engineered for appearance, not health. The brewing process uses adjunct grains including corn and rice, replacing proper malted barley. Industrial shortcuts maximize profit margins while destroying authentic lager character. Cost-cutting on a massive scale. Tennent contains propylene glycol alginate, a synthetic foam stabilizer that creates artificial head retention. The same chemical family is found in antifreeze, and it is now standard in your Saturday night pint. Laboratory testing detected glyphosate herbicide residue from contaminated barley supplies. Pesticide traces linked to non-Hodgkin lymphoma survive into the finished beer. Scottish heritage does not protect you from herbicide contamination. The beer includes caramel colouring, class 4, created through ammonia processing, which forms 4-methylimidazole. This compound has been linked to cancer in laboratory studies. California requires Proposition 65 warnings. Scotland? Nothing. P. Aligned aluminium cans leach endocrine disruptors affecting hormones, fertility, and metabolism. Studies connect BPA exposure to diabetes, obesity, reproductive problems, and hormone-related cancers. Tennent's use is hop extract instead of whole hops, eliminating natural anti-inflammatory compounds and beneficial oils. Chemical bitterness without health properties. Scotland's favourite lager, filtered, lifeless, loaded with synthetics, contaminated with herbicides. But if Scotland's most trusted name can't deliver clean lager, imagine what Australia's fake export is really hiding. At number 5, Foster's, marketed as authentic Australian lager with that iconic amber nectar slogan. Here's a secret they don't advertise. It is actually brewed in Manchester by Heineken UK. Australian heritage marketing hiding British industrial production. Foster's contains corn syrup as the primary fermentable sugar instead of malted barley. Cheap corn derivatives slash production costs while maintaining the appearance of authentic brewing. Pure corporate cost cutting. The beer includes isinglass, fish bladder collagen for clarification. Drinkers with fish allergies or those following vegan diets may consume fish derivatives with every pint, completely unaware. Zero labeling requirements, zero transparency. Foster's uses caramel colouring, specifically Class 3 and Class 4, created through ammonia processing. Studies linked Class 4 to 4-methylimidazole, a compound connected to cancer in laboratory research. California mandates warning labels. The UK? Complete silence. The brewing process incorporates propylene glycol as a stabilizer, a synthetic chemical that helps prevent separation during shipping. It is an industrial additive from the same family used in antifreeze, and it is now standard in your lager. Laboratory testing detected glyphosate herbicide residue from contaminated barley and corn. Pesticide traces linked to cancer survive straight into finished beer. Manchester production does not eliminate chemical contamination. Aluminium cans lined with BPA leach hormone disruptors continuously. Studies link BPA exposure to reproductive problems, metabolic disorders, and increased cancer risk. Warmer storage intensifies leaching. Foster's uses hop extract instead of whole hops, eliminating natural antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. Chemical bitterness, without the health benefits. Australian authenticity marketing while delivering Manchester brewed industrial lager with corn syrup, fish derivatives, cancer-linked colouring and hormone-disrupting packaging throughout. Fake Australian lager is one thing, but Britain's best-selling brand? That's betrayal on home soil. At number 4, Carling, Britain's best-selling lager for decades. Millions of pints poured weekly across every pub chain nationwide. Here is what Molson Coors never advertises. Carling uses corn syrup during fermentation instead of traditional barley malt. The same industrial sweetener flooding processed foods and cheap confectionery. It is dramatically cheaper than malted barley, profit maximization, not quality brewing. That sickly sweet aftertaste drinkers notice? Glucose syrup accumulation hits your system differently than natural malt sugars. It creates worse hangovers and that unwell feeling the next morning. That is not coincidence, that is chemistry affecting your body. The brewing includes modified maize starch, chemically altered cornstarch creating artificial foam and body, industrial thickening agent, not a traditional brewing ingredient, corporate chemistry replacing brewer's skill. Carling uses hop extract rather than whole hops, eliminating natural anti-inflammatory compounds and antioxidants. You are getting isolated chemical bitterness without the beneficial properties real hops provide. Independent testing detected propylene glycol alginate, a synthetic foam stabilizer from the same chemical family used in automotive antifreeze. Industrial additives maintaining appearance whilst compromising purity. Laboratory analysis found glyphosate herbicide contamination from pesticide-treated corn and barley. Cancer-linked residue surviving into every pint. Juries worldwide awarded billions to victims developing non-Hodgkin lymphoma after glyphosate exposure. BPA-lined aluminium cans leach hormone disruptors affecting fertility, metabolism, and increasing cancer risk. The longer cans sit, or the warmer they get, the more BPA contaminates your lager. Britain's best-selling lager, corn syrup chemistry, herbicide contamination, hormone disruptors in every pour. What makes Carling truly disturbing? Its market dominance means millions consume these additives weekly, trusting a brand their parents drank, completely unaware of the industrial reality inside. Britain's bestseller, shocked you? Wait till you see what America's king of beers is hiding. At number 3, Budweiser, the self-proclaimed king of beers, brewed under license in the UK by AB InBev. But there is nothing regal about what is inside. Budweiser contains rice as the primary grain instead of barley malt. Rice creates a lighter body while slashing costs dramatically. It is industrial-scale cost-cutting disguised as American brewing tradition. The beer uses corn syrup during fermentation and GMO derivatives that traditional brewers would reject entirely. Cheap sweeteners replace authentic ingredients, maximizing corporate profits. Budweiser includes multiple synthetic stabilizers, including propylene glycol alginate, adding chemical complexity to what should be a simple 4-ingredient beer. Industrial additives maintain consistency across global distribution. The brewing incorporates artificial hop extract, eliminating natural compounds. You are getting isolated chemical bitterness without the nutritional benefits or antioxidants that real hops deliver. Zero health properties remain. Laboratory testing detected significant glyphosate residue from contaminated rice and corn. Pesticide traces from heavily sprayed GMO crops surviving straight into finished beer. A cancer-linked herbicide in every sip. Aluminium cans lined with BPA containing epoxy resins leach hormone disruptors continuously. Studies linked BPA to obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, reproductive problems, and increased cancer risk. Warming intensifies leaching. The distinctive watery taste comes primarily from rice and adjuncts, not quality malted barley or whole hops creating authentic lager character. For the king of beers, Budweiser represents the opposite of brewing royalty: industrial production with herbicide contamination, hormone-disrupting packaging, and rice-replacing real ingredients throughout. If Budweiser's rice-filled recipe shocked you, this next Rocky Mountain myth takes industrial cost-cutting to criminal levels. At number 2 is Coors, marketed on cold filtering and Rocky Mountain spring water purity. That marketing masks a disturbing industrial reality. Coors undergoes extreme cold filtration, stripping every beneficial compound from the beer. Natural yeast, antioxidants, vitamins, all eliminated. You are left with chemically sterile liquid optimized for shipping, not human consumption. The brewing uses adjunct grains, including corn and rice, replacing traditional malted barley. Low-grade ingredients slash costs while maintaining the illusion of a premium American lager. Corporate cost-cutting is prioritized over ingredient quality. Coors contains corn syrup, providing fermentable sugars absent from authentic brewing. Industrial sweeteners create that characteristic bland sweetness. Pure profit maximization. Laboratory testing detected glyphosate herbicide contamination from pesticide-treated grains. Cancer-linked residue survives filtration into the finished product. Cold filtering does not remove chemical contamination. The beer includes propylene glycol as a stabilizer, a synthetic chemical used to maintain consistency during worldwide distribution. It is an industrial additive from the same family used in antifreeze and in processed foods. Coors uses hop extract instead of whole hops, eliminating anti-inflammatory compounds and natural oils. Chemical bitterness without the health benefits traditional whole hops provide. BPA-lined aluminium cans leach endocrine disruptors that affect hormones, fertility, and metabolism. Studies connect BPA exposure to obesity, diabetes, reproductive disorders, and hormone-related cancers. Rocky Mountain marketing, while promising purity, is delivering corn syrup chemistry, herbicide contamination, and hormone-disrupting packaging. What makes Coors particularly troubling is the cold-filtered marketing that convinces drinkers they are getting purer beer. The reality is you are getting stripped, contaminated industrial liquid. But if Coors' false purity claims shocked you, nothing prepares you for what America's diet disaster is actually doing to your body. Taking the #1 spot as the absolute worst lager you can drink in Britain, Bud Light represents everything wrong with modern industrial brewing. The truth, it is not light beer, it is water with alcohol and chemicals added. Bud Light is excessively watered down. It barely contains enough ingredients to legally qualify as beer. This extreme dilution eliminates any resemblance to authentic lager, and corporate cost-cutting has reached catastrophic new lows. The brewing uses rice as the primary ingredient instead of barley malt. Rice provides virtually no nutritional value while slashing production costs. You are drinking grain waste, not quality beer. Bud Light contains corn syrup during fermentation, and GMO-derived industrial sweeteners replace traditional ingredients entirely. Cost-cutting is on an unprecedented scale. Laboratory testing detected alarming glyphosate levels in the rice and corn used. Herbicide residue linked to non-Hodgkin lymphoma survives into every can. Cancer-causing pesticides in your light refreshment. The beer undergoes extreme filtration, stripping the minimal remaining nutrients. You are left with a chemically sterile liquid providing empty calories without beneficial compounds. Bud Light uses hop extract instead of whole hops, isolated chemical compounds without antioxidants or anti-inflammatory properties. Zero health benefits remain. Cans lined with BPA leach hormone disruptors continuously. Studies linked BPA to fertility problems, obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and hormone-related cancers. Every sip exposes you. The brewing includes propylene glycol, alginate, and multiple synthetic stabilizers to maintain foam and consistency. Industrial chemicals disguised as beer. What makes Bud Light truly dangerous is that it is marketed as a healthier light option. The reality is you are consuming a watered-down chemical mixture with herbicide contamination and hormone disruptors throughout. America's best-selling beer barely qualifies as beer at all. This is not just misleading marketing, it is a complete betrayal of what lager should be. After exposing those 8 chemical disasters, here is genuine hope for lager drinkers who refuse to gamble with their health. These 3 brands prove lager can still be brewed properly, with real ingredients, traditional methods, and zero industrial compromises. At number 3, Black Isle Brewery's blonde organic lager from the Scottish Highlands represents independent British brewing with uncompromising integrity. This pioneering organic brewery has operated since 1998, family-owned, fiercely independent, and Scotland's first certified organic brewery, refusing corporate shortcuts. The blonde organic lager contains exactly what traditional lager should: certified organic Scottish barley malt, organic hops, Cascade and Sires varieties, a proprietary yeast strain, and pure Highland water. Nothing else. No adjuncts, no corn, no synthetic additives, no compromises. The brewery uses whole leaf organic hops exclusively, never extracts or pellets. You are getting complete beneficial compounds, including antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties that industrial processing destroys. Black Isle maintains extraordinary ingredient transparency, publishing complete sourcing, including specific Scottish malt suppliers, organic hop farm locations, and water source details. Openness industrial brewers would never risk because transparency exposes cost-cutting. Independent laboratory testing confirms zero glyphosate contamination, zero pesticide residue, and zero synthetic additives. The organic certification guarantees barley and hops grown without heavy herbicides contaminating industrial supplies. The lager undergoes traditional fermentation, taking proper time to develop character naturally. No enzymes, no chemical interventions, no accelerants, just skilled brewing and patience. Black Isle remains completely independent and family-controlled. They have pioneered environmental sustainability, including zero-waste brewing and renewable energy powering the entire operation. The brewing uses glass bottles, preventing BPA contamination entirely. When canned, they use BPA-free linings, eliminating hormone disruptor exposure. For drinkers wanting authentic Highland lager with zero hidden ingredients, zero pesticide contamination, and zero hormone-disrupting packaging, Black Isle Blonde one delivers exactly what Scotland's first organic brewery promises: pure ingredients, Highland water, complete honesty. If Scotland's organic pioneer impressed you, this next craft brewery takes organic brewing to exceptional levels. At number 2, Freedom Organic Helles Lager from Staffordshire represents craft brewing excellence with uncompromising standards. Freedom Brewery has operated since 1995, one of Britain's pioneering craft breweries, maintaining independence for nearly 3 decades. The organic Helles contains precisely what traditional Bavarian-style lager requires: certified organic pale malt, organic Hallertau hops, German noble varieties, Freedom's own yeast strain, and filtered water. Nothing synthetic, nothing hidden, nothing unnecessary. The brewery uses whole-leaf organic hops exclusively, never extracts. You are getting all natural antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and beneficial oils that industrial hop processing eliminates completely. Freedom maintains complete ingredient transparency, publishing detailed sourcing including specific organic farms, malt suppliers, and hop varieties. This is transparency industrial brewers avoid because it exposes their cost-cutting measures. Independent testing shows zero glyphosate contamination, zero pesticide residue, zero synthetic additives. The organic certification ensures ingredients grown without heavy chemicals contaminating mass market supplies. The Helles undergoes traditional lagering, taking weeks at cold temperatures to develop authentic character naturally. No accelerants, no enzymes, no chemical shortcuts, just time, temperature control, and brewing expertise. Freedom remains fiercely independent and family-owned. They have rejected multiple corporate acquisition attempts wanting to buy the brand whilst gutting ingredient quality. The brewery has invested heavily in sustainable practices, including renewable energy and water conservation, commitment extending throughout their entire supply chain. For lager drinkers seeking authentic Bavarian-style brewing with zero hidden ingredients and zero pesticide contamination, Freedom Organic Helles delivers European tradition done properly in Britain. But if Freedom impressed you, wait until you experience what Britain's finest organic brewery has perfected for decades, taking the top spot as the absolute best lager you can drink in Britain. Samuel Smith's Pure Brewed Organic Lager from Tadcaster, Yorkshire, represents brewing at its absolute finest. The brewery has operated since 1758, more than 265 years of family ownership, maintaining traditional methods without corporate interference or ingredient compromises. This organic lager contains exactly 4 ingredients: certified organic malted barley, organic hops, Samuel Smith's proprietary yeast strain, and water from their own well. Nothing else. No adjuncts, no corn, no rice, no synthetic additives, no compromises whatsoever. Samuel Smith's uses whole-leaf organic hops, never extracts or pellets. You are getting complete natural antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that make hops genuinely beneficial for health. The brewery maintains extraordinary transparency about ingredients and traditional brewing methods, publishing sourcing details, fermentation processes, and quality standards that industrial brewers would never risk. Independent laboratory testing confirms zero glyphosate contamination, zero pesticide residue, zero synthetic additives. The organic certification guarantees ingredients grown without herbicides contaminating mass market supplies. Samuel Smith's undergoes traditional fermentation in Yorkshire stone squares, unique open fermentation vessels used since Victorian times, developing complex character naturally. No accelerants, no enzymes, no chemical interventions, just time, skill, and patience. The brewery uses traditional cask conditioning and natural secondary fermentation, creating living beer with beneficial compounds that ultra-filtration strips away. Samuel Smith's remains completely family-owned and fiercely independent. They have rejected every corporate takeover attempt, prioritizing heritage over profit. For anyone wanting authentic British lager without gambling on herbicide contamination, hormone disruptors, or synthetic additives, Samuel Smith's delivers exactly what 265 years of brewing tradition promises: 4 ingredients. Traditional methods, nothing hidden. This is what lager looked like before corporations corrupted it. There you have it. 8 UK lager brands loaded with chemicals and 3 that still brew properly. If this opened your eyes, like the video, comment which brand shocked you most, and share this with anyone who drinks lager. your next pint is a choice chemical cocktail or real beer.